Hey everybody, welcome to another LaserDude99 video. So, I'm doing another top 10 list, yes, and this is directed towards the new video game Injustice: Gods Among Us. This is going to be the new DC Comics video game produced by NetherRealm Studios. And it's going to be a fighting game. It's about a dystopian future with well, not exactly a dystopian, but the heroes seem to be all at each other's throats, and everyone is out for grabs, and no one is safe from each other at all throughout the game. And so, watching it looks very cool, very unique, not like a Mortal Kombat ripoff. NetherRealm Studios definitely gave it their own style, and I'm really glad that they did, and that they didn't just say, okay, Mortal Kombat versus DC Universe wasn't that successful, so let's just get rid of the DC title. No, they made their own Mortal Kombat, and now they're making a DC game, and it looks to be really good. And so I am here to give you the following 10 characters that I would want to see in Injustice: Gods Among Us. Now, first things first, the first thing that you gotta know is these characters have to be in the DC continuity. So, because I started watching somebody else's list of the top 10 characters, and the number 10, Rorschach. I'm like, well, okay, it'd be okay if he was like a bonus character, but actually didn't have anything to do with the story. That'd be kind of cool. And then he was like number 9, Night Owl. I'm like, okay, screw it, okay, because I didn't finish it because it has to be part of the main DC universe. Watchmen isn't part of the main DC universe. Neither is stuff from Vertigo. So this is just the main DC universe. It has to be in, because that's what DC's gonna do. Second thing is it has to be characters that would make sense to be in a fighting game. For example, I was going to put, originally, number 1, I was going to put the Atom, because I thought that'd be so cool to have the Atom, you know, like shrinking down and coming up, and then I thought it'd just be so impractical for a fighting game to have the Atom in it, so it has to be a character that would make sense in a fighting game. And last of all, these are characters that may or may not be in it, like Green Lantern isn't on this list because he's probably going to be in it. I mean, he has his animated series and he's had a movie come out about him. He's popular enough that he'll be in the game. But the thing is, these are the characters that might not be put in it that I would really want to see put in the game. And so, without any further delay, here is LaserDude99's top 10 characters that I want to see in Injustice: Gods Among Us. Number 10. At number 10, we got Firestorm. Now, Firestorm is a character, you know, he's basically, he can turn anything into anything. In his mind, as long as he knows the atomic structure for it, he can change molecules, and he can shoot out, I assume he can shoot out fire and shoot whatever. And you know what, I think it'd be a really unique style for a fighting game to have a character like him in it. I mean, he has a very cool moveset that you could integrate into the game, and also, this would be a way, and then you're going to hear this a lot, but this would be a way to increase popularity with this character. You know, like, I know who Firestorm is, but other people won't. And if you put him in a fighting game, all it takes is one person playing him and being good with that character to want to learn more. Trust me, it works. If you are good with a character that you've never heard of before, you want to know more about that character. And I think this would be a good opportunity for Firestorm. So Firestorm goes to number 10. Number 9. Number 9, Batgirl or Batwoman. Now, the reason I have it a tie at number 9 is because I would want one or the other, but not both. Because, of course, their fighting styles would be too similar. Like, you can make them really distinct, but their looks would be similar, and their style, I think, would be just too similar for the, you know, for the characters, for the gamers to really, you know, care too much. You know, you can only have so many rosters in your game, And so I would want either one or the other, not both. Like, if it was up to me, if I had the finger that said you and I got to choose, I would want Batgirl because I like her more as a character. Not that I dislike Batwoman, it's just I haven't read that much about her. But, you know, like, I really like Barbara Gordon, and I think she would be, it would be good for the fighting game. It might be a little weird because, you know, you can see Batman being a little brutal, and you can see, you know, Superman being a little brutal. It is a little harder to see Barbara Gordon using a brutal move on the guys. That seems a little, like I don't know if she would do that. But that being said, I still think it could work. But Batwoman, if they were to put Batwoman in here, that would work too because it would, as I said with Firestorm, it would get this character up in popularity. You know, people would like, whoa, there's a Batwoman? And, then they check the bio on the game, and they're like, oh, okay, she's not actually affiliated with Batman, she just uses it because she's in Gotham City. I'm pretty sure she's in Gotham City. So either Batgirl or Batwoman. Either one, I think, would be fun to play.
Number 8.
Deadshot. Now, Floyd Lawton, the assassin Deadshot, I mean, if you know anything into DC, you know about Floyd and you know about Deadshot, but, he's not well known outside of comic books, If you aren't into comic books, you don't know him. I mean, he only appeared a couple of times on the Justice League animated series, and if you were really into Arkham City, then he was in there as a side mission. But, I think Deadshot, his costume would look cool, and there's just so many things you can do with his bullets and fighting style. I mean, he could have, his gauntlet gun that could switch bullet styles, when you get close up, shotgun blast, or maybe, far range, it turns into a machine gun or whatever, and you could have different styles of fighting and shooting at the same time, and I think it would be a unique fighting style. And, just the attitude that the character Floyd Lawton would bring to the table, I think would just be awesome and just be a fun character to play as. And he just has a really cool outfit, okay? That is unique and I think would be really awesome in the video game.
Number 7.
Number 7, Sinestro or Atrocitus. Once again, I would want either one or the other, not both. Because, I'd be okay if it was both, but as I said, there's only so many people you can fit in a fighting game, and if I had my choice, I would just want one or the other. So, Sinestro and Atrocitus, the ability to create constructs with their rings, and you get the rings. Obviously Green Lantern's probably going to be in the game, but the rings offer just a new way. Each character is going to use their ring differently. Hal Jordan's going to use his ring differently than Sinestro. Sinestro's stuff is obviously going to be more fear-based and more terrifying looking and just style. And, or Atrocitus, which would be mostly the blood vomit plasma, that, either way, that would just, I think it would just look really cool and be able to incorporate some really cool finish moves or, power moves or whatever. I think that just either one of these characters would look awesome in the video game and would just be a great character to play. You could really incorporate different things with these characters, and you could even go so far as to looking at comic books images that Sinestro would use a lot in or has used, and use that as your fighting mechanics, and it just would be good to show off one of Green Lantern's villains, let's look at the roster right now. We already have 2 of Batman's villains, both of them are women. Solomon Grundy, which is, I guess, kind of a Superman villain. I don't think there's any other villains. I think everyone else is a hero. But yeah, I think that Sinestro or Atrocitus would be a great addition to the video game.
Number 6.
Aquaman. Now, the big reason I want Aquaman in here is because I want people to realize that he's more than just the fish guy. I want people to know that he's more than just, okay, dolphins, let's go. I want people to realize that there is so much more to this character. I am so tired of people like typing in comments, oh, Aquaman, he's so worthless, and they don't know anything about the character. If you put him in a fighting game, give him a cool outfit, give him a great set of moves, I don't even care if you make him the cheapest character. Okay, at least people will play as him, and you know what? You can have some great power moves with him too. Just like do something, have a whale land on the guy. That would be awesome. Okay, it would. And it would just be awesome to see Aquaman in a fighting game and treated seriously and treated right, just because the way we know him in comic books. And give him the trident, give him a weapon. You know, I think that Aquaman would be a great character for the fighting game. It has a lot of different moves that he can incorporate with the water, or with the trident, or just his super strength. Either way, I think Aquaman would make a great addition to the fighting game, and I think also, more than anything, it would be a great addition to the character of Aquaman for other people besides DC comic fans to see how serious and how cool this character is. And to be honest, I would just want to play as him.
Number 5.
Number 5, Black Canary. Now, when it comes to female characters in the DC universe, I think DC has the upper hand on female characters that are, independent and, like mostly, if you look at Marvel, what is their number one female leading lady? Spider-Woman. And you might not think, no, there's more. No. It's Spider-Woman because every other female character is on a team. The strongest female characters at Marvel are on the X-Men. Or you got Susan Storm. And even Spider-Woman's on the Avengers. But Black Canary, even though she is teamed up with Green Arrow, not entirely on her own, but she's a strong, independent character, and she's a great hand-to-hand fighter, would truly fit into the mode, and has also her sonic scream, which would be really cool to incorporate into the video game. She has a nice, cool look to her, and would just be a fun character to play. She has a great attitude and can bring a lot to the table, and I just think that she would just be a great character to play as in this game. And once again, increase popularity. Get other people to know about this character. You have people get to know what this character is like, and, it'd just be a great opportunity for that. Get other people to become Black Canary fans. And hey, I just to be honest, yeah, I'd play as her. Yep. To see the rest of my list, go to part 2.